Hello and welcome to a new video. So this is going to be a little bit different video. This is going to be for those new grads that are coming out of uni or college, or they've just got their A-levels and GCSE results or whatever it might be, and they want to start a career in IT. So I've got around more than 10 years of experience. I'm a data engineer as a trade, that's my day job, and I've got 3 tips for you guys. You really need to look at these things when you start your career, so you can get on the right path and you can go up that ladder and progress really. So these are tips that you don't really get from school. So let's get started. So in this channel, we do tutorials, home automation and digital tips, but we also do some career advice and coaching. So this is a coaching video, as I mentioned. Let's get straight into the 3 tips. Tip number 1, niche down, but have a good overall understanding. So it's quite important so you've studied different types of technologies and things that you love and things that you don't like that much, but it's good to have a really broad understanding, but not get too into the detail, but then niche down into a specific part of technology. So it could be a technical part, it could be a testing part, it can be working on team processes, it could be on project management. There are various different type of work. It could be help desk, it could be systems engineer. So you really need to pick and choose and focus for at least a couple of years into that, and try and get a bit of understanding and try to progress a bit. Maybe stay 2-3 years with one company, try to get a little bit of a promotion, you'll come in as a graduate and just absorb everything you get from everyone, because you're going to get so many things to understand. But niche down, trying to niche down, get into, maybe even specialize into a specific vendor. So when I started, I specialized in SAP, and nowadays you've got AWS, cloud services, you've got Azure, you've got so many different vendors. You can try to specialize, or it could be a programming language that you're just picking up. I think that's going to be good for you in the first few years, and afterwards you can try and pick up more skills or just change it up a bit. So really niche down, but then have a good overall understanding. You need that because you're going to be thinking about data privacy, you're going to be thinking about networking, performance. There are different things, and if you work for a smaller company, you might have to do everything. You have to set up your own computer. I had to set up my computer when I started. You have to fix your own VPN if it breaks. You need to know sort of how that works, right? So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2, emotional intelligence and teamwork. So what's going to make you stand apart from everyone else is your capability to read team dynamics and to work with other people and to collaborate with other people and to work with people that are potentially more senior than you, but and really get those vibes and cues that people give you, and socialize, be nice, be presentable, all these sort of standard things that you would know. But the emotional intelligence is something that you can read upon. There are a lot of books that talk about improving your emotional intelligence, improving your communication skills, improving your empathy, and work is a marathon. It's not a sprint. Really, that's like a bonus tip, but let's say it's part of tip number 2. It's not a marathon. It's a marathon. So that's what I mean is that it'll be year after year after year after year, and life happens and things will happen, and your emotional intelligence will help you to control your own feelings, but also to interpret other people. That's really going to be valuable, and get better at that. And there are a lot of developers that are not that good, and not just developers, I guess, people that work in technology in general. 3rd tip I have for you today is what type of business you're working in. If you're working in a business, assume you're working in a business. You could be working for a public sector or non-profit, but a business. What is the core product? So are you in a technology business where the tech is the product that people are selling, or are you in like a manufacturing business where you're a support staff, and that will make your salary then a type of investment on how technologies looked like from other departments. Bear in mind that in board meetings there will be the finance director, the sales director, the marketing director, the IT director, or the chiefs, CIO and CFO and all of that stuff, and they'll fight for budget. And if it's a technology-driven company, the tech department will have more budget. They'll have more budget. They'll have more time to invest in you. They'll have better practices, and they'll pay more money basically. Whereas if you work you work for a business, or you interview for a business that sort of starting up, I would say that is going to be it's going to be different, right? And you'll figure that out as you start. And other thing that's quite important is time and money. So time and money are constraints. They're real constraints. So you have your best practices of how you would approach things. If you had all the time and the money in the world, you would always apply them, whatever you've learned in uni. That's really gold and really good to know. But problem is with businesses is projects get cancelled, reprioritized. You have world events that happen that shape things in a different way. So a business, the business constraint is time and money. And sometimes they want to build something and they haven't got much money, or they haven't got much time. It needs to be done, and you need to adapt in that. So I hope these 3 tips sort of make sense to you. And let me summarize. Niche down but have a good understanding. Work on your emotional intelligence, and always think about teamwork. Don't think about your own gain. And think that which type of business you work into, which context you're working in, and are you working on a project that's on a time or a money constraint? Right? Okay, so this could give you some ideas. If this has been useful, please like, subscribe, and comment if you've got other tips. If you're a seasoned IT technology sort of expert, and you want to chip in and put some tips you would give to some new guys sort of joining into this career. That's it from me today. Have a great day.